Now, finally, we are understanding noun. In this, we will understand each. You can say we will understand each concept about noun. We will understand it like we are understanding what it so that we can speak, so that we can use it in our conservation. Yes, I will not go in details about it in grammar. I will not go in details in grammar. I will teach you about it that concepts those concepts that will be important, that will be compulsory just for speaking. Only those concepts I will be teaching you. I will be explaining. Okay, each concepts. You can say today I am going to break down it with concepts. I will take some examples. I will take some examples so that we can practice. We can do practice. Shall we start? Here, as you know, it is a part. It is a part of a speech. Yes, you know. We start. We start parts of a speech from now, isn't it? We start parts of a speech from now, and it keeps going on. You can say basically for basic there are 8 parts of a speech. Only 8 for basic. But apart from 8 parts of a speech, there are more. So apart from 8 parts of the speech that are more, uh, apart from 8 parts of speech, there are more, and this more we will understand when we will be able to uh, understand what when we will able to use 8 parts of the speech. 8 parts of the speech, which is basic. Then we can move on advanced level. Yes, you are crystal clear that it will be very basic. Noun chapter will be very basic, very basic. You can say we are starting from too much basic, so that we can never say that we don't know, we have confusion, what is it, what is that. Okay, anytime if you face something in conservation while speaking English, then yes, it can be what basic, that can be basic that you are facing. That's why you don't say, again, after understanding this, don't say that I don't know. If you don't know, if you don't have understanding about it, it means your basic is not complete. Your basic is not complete. That's why you are facing some things while speaking. Okay. Yeah, you are right. That's why I took this from basic. That's why. So that I took it so that you can speak confidently, so that I can understand, I can teach you confidently, without any barrier. Without any barrier. One point more, you have to be clear. We will have concepts behind each parts of it. We will have concepts. Yeah, you are correct. And here, as you can see, we are starting from now. Now, what will be your definition? But hold on. Hold on. Why are we understanding this? Why are we understanding this? Because it comes in a sentence. That's why I'm teaching you about it. Because it comes in this sentence. That's why. When we are speak, then it comes, and we are speak. What we are speak? Sentences come out from our mouth, and in sentences there are a lot of nouns. That's why it is becoming more important to understand it. So, did you understand why are we understanding this? Because it is important. It comes in this sentence. In sentence, we start a sentence. We start making sentence from now. That's why it is becoming more important. That's why it becomes more important. Clear? Because sentence starts from now. Okay. There are, as you know, there are eight parts of a speech. First is noun, then it will be I heard what pronoun, adjective, adverb, all this. Okay, I am not talking about all this apart from this because in this slide we will understand noun or pronoun. You can say two or three parts of a speech. Here, as you know, it is a just name. What? It is a it is a name. It is a name. You can say it is a name of a person. Of a person. I am telling you, it is a too much basic. Too much basic. And we should understand it. We should explain basics. We should have understanding about it, whether it is a basic or advanced. But I would say you should explain basics. Yeah, it will be more useful. You cannot imagine. Even I did a mistake. What I did mistake, I don't know. I didn't know importance of a basic. That's why I didn't know basic of a importance of a basic. That's why I used to make mistake. I used to think that okay, avoid it. I'm going to solve this question. I just used to move on numericals. Yeah, you are right. I am talking about math subject. Same here. But when I you can say it is a taught where in which class it starts teaching this. It starts from uh, fifth class, we can say sixth class, sixth seventh class we can. But I didn't focus on this when teacher was teaching me. Then I didn't focus, and immediately, and after few years, when I went in ninth class and 10th class, then I realized that I am making many mistakes. Then I thought, what is the reason? Why am I making mistakes? I thought when I was in ninth, or you can say 10th class, then I thought that why am I making mistakes? Then, then I realized what I am making mistake because I don't know. I don't have and I don't have complete basic. You can say I don't know basic of behind it. That's why I am making mistake. It was my mistakes. Are you understanding? From my mistakes you can understand, you can learn. From mistake of other person you can learn something. Here I learned from my mistakes that I should not have done this type of mistakes. I should not have made this type of mistakes. Okay. As well as I learned that now I will understand basic, but with focus, with concentration. I will use logic. Why I am understanding? All those questions I will ask to myself, that will be important. For example, why I am teaching to you about it? This is a question. Why am I understanding this? This question. What will be useful for me from this, from understanding this? Are you understanding? What will be useful? What will be advantage? What will be disadvantage? Clear? That's why understanding basic becomes important. Clear? Now here, now from recently I understand some concepts, some topics, but before move on advanced topics, I understand basics behind that topic, and this is my strategy, you can say strategy, otherwise you can say this is my plan to understand advanced topics. And it should happen with many person. Strategy, you can not say that it is a strategy, but okay, can you say that you should understand the basics? Can you say yes? This is what may make you feel better. Clear? Now here let's start here. It is a name. It is a name of a person. Look. Also you can say place or things. Or things. Or abstract. Abstract also comes. Abstract, yes. Abstract also comes to define noun. But till here it is okay. Now it is it. You can write here it is it. Here, try to understand this sentence. What is this sentence saying to you? What is this sentence trying to tell you? Try to understand. It is telling you noun is a just name. Now hold on. Noun is a word. It is a word. Okay. Noun will be word. But here in a sentence, you see there are a lot of words in a sentence. Only in a sentence there would be a lot of words, not sentence. Only in a sentence. And here in today we use what many sentences, many difficult sentences, simple sentences, medium sentences. Now you can imagine how much words we use in our conversation in daily life. How much words. And from here you can imagine, you can understand what there are a lot of words, and we are understanding name of those words that are being used in a sentence. Yes, now you are crystal clear. Here we are understanding a word which name is noun. Which name would be noun. Clear? It is a word. No, it is not a word you can say. It is a name of a word. It will be better to say. Are you understanding? It is a name of a word. Noun is what? It is a word. Okay, you can also say it. Can you say it is a name of a word? For example, for example, uh, for example, table, you can say table. Okay, it is just example. But I am telling you, what was I telling you? Table. Now you say that it is a word. Am I right? Yes. In your daily life, you say it is a word. I say, for example, this I. It is also word, but our focus is on this. Now, okay, little information I would like to explain about it. It is a word, you know. And now, here we are understanding name of this word. Name. Okay. Name of this word is what? Is what? Now, this is question. We are understanding, we are identifying name of each word that are used, that are applied in a sentence. Are you understanding? Name of words we are understanding. So here we know that it is a word. But name of this word is word. Yes, you are right. It is a noun. It is a noun. Name of this word is a noun. Clear? You would say, okay, name of this word is noun, then also then its name of this word should be what? No? Because it is a word. You would say it is a word. So it perhaps it would be noun. Name of this would be noun. But. You are right, but not completely. Not completely. Not completely. It is a word. Till here you are right. But name of this is not noun. Now you are not right. It is a word. Till here you are right. But when you say name of this is noun, name of this would be noun. Now you are incorrect. You are wrong. That is what we are understanding each parts of a space. Each parts of a space are words, and name of each parts of a space we are understanding. We will be understanding name of each parts of a space. As you know, noun is also word. Noun is also word. Pronoun is also word. But what kind of words will be considered as a pronoun? What types of what words will be considered as a noun? What words will be considered as an adjective? Yes. Here, I. It is a word. But can we say it is a noun? No. No. We say it is a pronoun. It is a pronoun. I will explain about pronoun, but till here just understand it is not a noun. It is a pronoun. Name of this word, this is what name of this word is a pronoun. They will not keep this in the category of noun. Clear? It is a word, but name of this is something else, not noun. Clear? Now here, look at it. It is a table. Table is a word. Name of this word, noun. Can you tell me, is this person? Is a table person? No, of course no. It is not a living thing. It is not living thing. Is it non-living things? Yes. Answer would be yes. It is a non-living thing. non-living things. Yes, it is a non-living things. There are a lot of objects. There are a lot of things that are non-living things. How to define non-living things? Any material, anything you can take and see that material. Can that material move? Can that material breathe, take breath? Can that material shake any part of their? No, nothing will happen. That's why that thing is a non-living thing. As you know, we are living things because we can move, we can take breath, we can shake our parts, we can shake our parts like that. I am shaking, I can move my hand. That's why we are considered as living thing. Clear? This word is a non-living thing. Devices are non-living thing. There are a lot of things that are non-living thing. We are. I told you I am living thing. Now, can animal be living things? Yes. Answer would be yes. Animals would be living things. Clear? Clear. So here, remember name. It is a name. Whatever you can name of anything will be noun. For example, this is a thing. We know. But name of this thing is what? Name of this thing is what? You would say marker. You would say marker. Okay, this. Let's take this. This is a thing. You are not. Do you know that this is a thing? But question is, what is the name of this? Now you would say, name of this is book. If you know name of a thing, then you can consider name of that material as a noun. Clear? So here you can take things, but name of that thing is what? Okay. Clear? For example, place. We know what is a place, but name of a place. For example, Delhi, Jharkhand. Name of area you can take. So name. Okay. Now, can you tell me Delhi is an object? No. Delhi is not object. That's why I wrote here place, so that you cannot get confused. Are you understanding? I wrote a place here so that I can tell you about it as well as. Place is not living thing. Place is also not non-living thing. That's why it is becoming important. What? Place will be important. We cannot see place. What are you saying? We just know that this name of this area is what? Name of this area is Delhi, you can say. Name of this area is Maharashtra, you can say. Name of area. Okay. Here, this is a thing. I can see, even I can touch. Now, can you see Maharashtra? You would go and you would say that this area is Maharashtra. But area is not the object. That's why you cannot see. Completely you cannot say that area is a visible thing. area is a visible thing. Completely you cannot say. Yes, if area will be visible thing, then we would say area is object. But where is object? Completely you cannot say. 50% you can say, but 50% you cannot say. Here, it will not be living thing, it will not be non-living thing. Now things we understood. Things I should have written here what non-living thing. Okay, no problem. Person, as I when I say person, then you are crystal clear that it is a living thing. Now you would say that you should have written what you should have written animals as that. You would say yes, you are right. But just for understand, now you got it that your animal will be also name of animal, not a animal, name of animal. Okay, name of animal. Also animal will be now clear. So anything you can take as an example. For example, this ink. This is thing, but name of this is what? Ink. We will consider. We now name of this. So here we can write ink. We can write ink. Now ink is a word. As you know, word is made. Word is created by taking random letters, and that by collecting, after collecting random letters, that that collection of letters should give a meaning. As you can see, I N K are letters, and these letters are together and they are giving a meaning. That's why you can take random letters, but now second condition is collection of those letters should provide what? Should provide meaning. You can write also K N I, but this is not meaning. This is not giving meaning. That's why it is not a word. Clear? It is not a word. Now we are clear that it is a word, but name of this word is what? Name of this is what? What is what you would say? Noun. Name of this word is noun. Now, if this is noun, then in sentence, when we will write ink is blue, ink is blue, ink is blue. Now we are in a sentence. Sentence is this. In this sentence, we are using noun. We are using noun. You can see what is happening. We took ink as a word. We saw that name of this word, name of ink word is a noun. And we know that noun word is used in a sentence, and we used here in sentence. Ink word is being applied in a sentence. Now you can see this is so noun and it is coming in the first place. Ink word is coming in the first place. Can you see? So here, first point, you can be clear. This can be applied in a sentence as a subject. You can say noun as a subject. Noun as a subject. Noun can be used as a subject in a sentence. Clear? Subject is a word. Here the subject is what? Subject. Yes. Subject, you can say we are talking about subject. Okay. Here, avoid it. What is the subject? I will tell you later. Here, first word. You can say whom about. We are talking about. Here, this is blue. Wo is blue. Ink is blue. So here we are talking about it. That's why it is subject. We are talking about this. What is this? This is blue. Okay. Now here, it is being used. It is used as a subject in a sentence. Now my question is, can we use noun word in a sentence in place of object? As an object, you can say as object. Can you use? Now, from my side, answer would be yes. We can use according to them. Here, this ink word is a noun. We used it as a subject. Now we can also use this as an object here in this side. Clear? For example, I am going to use blue ink. Now here, this ink is not coming here. Can you see? This ink word is not coming in first place. Yes. So here we would say that ink is a noun word, and we used it as an object, not as a subject. Because it is not. Why did we not use ink word as a subject? Because it is not coming in the place of a subject. It is not coming in the first place. That's why we can say it was used as a object. That's clear. Now here, ink word is in first place, and we can say ink word is being used as a subject. Now from this pattern, you are understanding what? Here we saw that noun can be used as a subject. From this sentence, you can say noun as object. Yes, you are right. We can use noun as a subject in a sentence. Yes, okay. What else? Now, should we understand right now what are types of noun? Countable, non-countable, proper, collective, abstract. Okay. Let's understand countable and uncountable. Countable noun. countable. You can say it is also these are also types of a noun, countable noun and uncountable noun. This is telling you that any word which would be noun you can take as a countable noun if can be that word can be counted, means that word is given to allow to count something. For example, uh, 10 apples, 10 apples, okay. Otherwise you can say 10 inks, 10 inks. What is happening here? 10 inks. Here you would say this 10 inks together is a countable. Why? Countable, meaning of a countable is that we can count is the meaning of a countable, which means we are able to count something. Here you can see we can count 10 inks, 1 2 3 4 5, like that. We are able to count 10 inks, number of 10 inks. That's why we can say this is a countable thing. This is a countable noun. Here, as you know, ink is a noun, but here 10, it is becoming plural, not a singular. Now can we say 10 inks is a noun? No. Here we were saying only ink, it is only one. It is only one. This is a singular. This is plural. If you want to categorize this countable, then you can. How? You can categorize it as a in two parts. For example, singular, plural. Singular things we can count. Singular thing we can count. Singular, which means one thing, one pen, one anything. Singular, which means one, only one. Plural means more than two, not only one, not one, more than two. Plural, which means more than two. It can be 3, it can be 100, it can be 1000. If we can count them, okay. So you can categorize it in two parts. As two parts are what? Singular and plural. Okay, singular and plural. Singular, we can count. Here 10 inks is a plural. Only ink is a singular. Both are countable. As we cannot say both would be uncountable. No. Here one ink, of course, it is very easy to count it. Only one ink we are able to count. Here also 10 inks. Now there are 10 ink. Can we count 10 ink? Yes. That's why both are countable. Okay. It is also now this 10 inks together is also ink. We can say 10 inks is good. Like. Now what about this? What about uncountable? Uncountable, it is telling you anything you can take, but that thing cannot be counted. Then we would say that thing is uncountable. And here we are taking what? Noun word. Now here water you can take. Water will be better example. Water. It is uncountable. We completely cannot count water at all. Can you count the water? No, you cannot. Yes, you can say a glass of water. A glass of water. You can say like this. Here it is a countable. But here we are not saying that water is a countable. We are not saying that water is countable. We are saying total. This complete is countable because here we are talking about a glass and a glass of which what a glass of water, a glass of juice. Okay, our main focus is on glass, but completely you can see a glass of water. So this full would be countable, but only water would not be countable. Okay? Uncountable water, uncountable water. Water. Water is not singular. Water is also not plural. Okay, plural. It is a countable. Clear. Blood you can take. Blood is uncountable. It is uncountable. It is also uncountable. You know. Here we don't care countable and uncountable. We just categorized it as a types of noun. Here we can use countable noun in a sentence as a noun. We can use uncountable noun in a sentence as a noun. Clear? Clear? But here remember, what will happen? Something crazy will happen with you. Here if you take here, we were saying that ink is blue. Now, as ink was what is singular, now I am writing plural here. Plural now. 10 inks. I wrote 10 inks in this sentence. I replaced only ink in place of I replaced what ink word for 10 inks. Now here you can see we have this sentence 10 inks is blue. It is not making sense. Grammatically it is not correct. This sentence is not correct grammatically. You would say where is wrong? What's wrong? Where is wrong in this sentence? Yes, this verb, this verb would be are instead of is. Why? Now, what is the reason behind it? Reason is this is plural. Reason is 10 inks is plural. Plural. 10 inks is plural. Now here 10 inks are blue. Are blue. So if subject is noun and noun is a plural, then this would be are. If a subject is a noun and it is a singular, then we will use is. Then we will use is, not are. Are is used for plural things, for plural subject. Clear? We understood countable and uncountable. Now, okay, all this we understood. Now next, Next is what? Gerund. Okay. Gerund. Gerund. Okay. It is also noun. It is also noun. Remember. Gerund is also noun, but it is formed by taking. It is gerund noun is formed by taking a verb, and we use ing. You can say run. Okay, this is verb. We will use what? Running. Now here it is a complete also verb. It is also verb. It is a verb. You can say gerund noun is also gerund is a noun. Gerund will be what? Verb. Gerund will be verb, but we will use that verb as a noun in a sentence. So if we are using verb in a sentence as a noun, now name of that noun would be gerund. Okay. For example, running is a good for health. For health. Running is a good. Running is a good for health. Here you can see running is coming in the first place. As you know, in the first place only subject comes, and here you can say running is a subject because it is coming in the first place of the sentence. That's why. Again, I would like to tell you, I would like to remember you that we are understanding concept of noun. I'm not going out of context. I'm not going out of a context of it at all. Here, gerund noun. We are understanding types of noun. You can say types of. It is noun, but which type of noun? You would say gerund. Gerund noun, we can define it as a any verb. Any verb is being used as a verb, as a noun, not as a verb. Any verb is being used as a noun, then that verb will be considered as a gerund noun. Clear? Here you can see we cannot say that running here in this sentence. In this sentence, running would be. We cannot say that in this sentence running would be verb. No, no at all. No at all. Here in this sentence, running is subject. Running is a performing as a subject, not as a verb. Okay. Are you clear? It is a performing as a noun, not as a verb. Here, as you know, this is a helping verb. This is verb. This is verb. But which type of verb? You would say helping verb. But in this sentence, this is a main verb because there is only one verb. That's why. Here, this is verb, but we are considering it as a noun. Now, meaning of this would be something else. Would be something else. When we use this verb as a verb, this noun as a verb in a sentence, then meaning of that would be something else as compared to meaning of this. Okay, running, I am running. You are writing something. I was speaking something. You were saying something. So yes, here something is a continue. Something is a continue. But here, this is also verb. But can you say it is a continue? It is giving as a continue. It is giving a sense of a continue. No, no at all. You can say that it is a continue. That's why. Because it is not performing as a verb. That's why it is not giving a sense of a continue. That's why. Because it is not performing as a noun, as a verb. Okay. It is a performing as a subject, as a noun. That's why it is a what? It is a constant, you can say. It is not a continuum material. It is a telling you running is a good health. I'm not saying I am running. You are writing. Writing is a skill. When we say writing is a skill, something is a something. Okay, here you are understanding something is a something. Now you can say here running. Can you say I am thinking? Can you say if we use a verb, you can say before verb as a noun, then will that sentence provide? In that sentence would be what? Would in that sentence be uh, action verb? No, I think no. For example, running can run. What is happening? Is that making sense? Running can run. Is it making sense? No. Drinking water, you can drink water. Is it making sense? I want to ask you. Drinking water, you can drink. You can drink. It is a making sense. But drinking water, yes. Drinking water, you can drink. But only when you say drinking, you often will observe what verb as a subject will be used in a sentence, and that sentence will not have action verb, will not have action. Rather, that sentence will have non-action verb, as you can see. Is what non-action. And here you would say what something is a something. Something is not a doing. Running is a something. Running is a good. So subject would be something. Okay, some subject would not be something when we will take a verb as a noun. Then in that sentence, that noun would not be doing something. Here you can see running is a something. Something is a something. Subject is a something. Subject is a good for here. Clear? You can also. There are a lot of before. There are a lot of before that we can use as a gerund noun in a sentence. Now, here broken chair is not being repaired, is not being rocking chair is not being purchased. Rocking chair is not being purchased. Now here you can see, we know that chair is a verb. No, chair is a noun. We know that chair is a noun. But here you can see, we cannot say that only here chair is a subject. No. This is complete before verb before helping verb, this complete would be considered as subject. Would be considered as subject. Now here you can say, you can also say that broken chair is a noun. But clearly you would say that only chair is a noun. Okay. Broken is a telling you what? Broken is a telling you state of a chair. How is a chair? Chair is broken. So here broken is a telling you how is a chair. Chair is broken. Now something is a telling you how, then you can say this is what? Adjective. Because adjective will tell you something is how. How is something? So adjective will tell you. Adjective will tell you how is something. Something is how. So chair is broken. So here you are observing that how is a chair. So chair is broken. That's why broken is a word, but it is a name of this broken word is adjective. Because adjective is defined as that adjective word will tell additional information about noun or pronoun. Here it is telling you additional information. You can say also. Otherwise you can say how is the chair? How is the chair? And in standard meaning you can say additional information. Adjective word will provide additional information about noun or pronoun. That is the definition of adjective word. Now here broken is an adjective. We cannot say that broken is a noun, because it is a telling state of this chair. That's why it is not, name of this word is not a noun. Will not be noun. Clear? Okay. Now here, as you know that broken is considered as verb. You know. Then why are we using this broken here with noun here? Why? Why not here with the helping verb? You can see why we are using this as a subject. Why? This is because it is telling you, because this verb is telling you something is how. That's all. For example, okay, this is verb as you know. But we say that broken chair, this chair, then that verb will make us something else, little something else. I don't have more examples apart from this one. Yes, one. Okay. Lost boy. Lost boy. Here I saw lost boy. I saw that lost boy. Here lost is what? Lost is verb. But it is not performing as a verb in this sentence, because it is not coming after this. It is not coming here. Here verb is what? Saw. This is what. But here it is performing as a adjective. because it is giving additional information about a boy. Boy is noun. You can easily say, now I am clear that you can easily say this time B3 you can say. That is B3. B3. B3 word B3 word, or you can say B4. B4 B4. B3 B4 word verb. If a B3 verb, remember B3 verb is a coming just before noun. If a B3 verb, here you can see now here. If a B3 verb, no, B3 verb is coming just before noun or pronoun, then we can say that verb is telling telling additional information about noun or pronoun. In other words, you can say B3 will be considered as adjective because it is coming just before noun, and word is coming just before verb, which is giving additional information. We consider that as adjective because that word is giving additional information about noun. That's why we consider that word as an adjective. Clear? Okay. What about before? But before this, let me complete with it. Here you can see this is an example. Broken is a verb, but it is coming just before noun. As we explained that any word is coming just before noun, and that word is giving additional information. As you can see, this word is giving additional information about this word, and this word is a noun. So now this word is coming just before this word, just before this noun, and it is giving additional information about it. That's why we are able to consider it as an adjective. But from other side, we can see this is verb. Why are we considering it as adjective? Because we don't give that it is a verb or something else. It is giving addition. It is what? And is it giving additional? Is it giving additional information about noun? Then okay, it is coming in the category of. It is coming to define adjective. Name of this word would be now what? Adjective. Because it is providing additional information about noun or pronoun. That's why name of this word became what? Adjective. Clear? Now what else? Now here before, about before. I had told you use of gerund noun in a sentence. Now I am telling you use of B3 before, not as a verb, not as a verb, but as a adjective, because B3 before as a adjective, as a adjective. Here, what is the price of a moving fan? Here, moving is not a verb. It is not performing as a verb in this sentence, because it should come, it should have come here. It should, this moving word should come here. Then why did it not come here? Why? Because it is not a performing. Because it is not a performing. We didn't use this to perform as a verb. That's why it is not coming. It didn't come here. What is the price of a moving fan? It is telling you how is the fan moving. How is the fan? What is the way of fan? Fan is moving. Moving fan. What is the price of moving fan? Okay. So it is running. Fan is running. Fan is moving. Okay. We are not saying fan is moving. We are saying moving fan. Okay. Something is like this. Something is in motion. You can say something is in motion. Here we saw that something was something. For example, chair was broken. Chair is broken. Something is a something. But here we are observing that object is in motion. Object is in motion. You can see moving hand. We are saying, so here moving is being used as an adjective. But this will tell you. This is telling you that object is in motion. Noun is in motion. For example, fan. Fan is in motion. How did we identify? Because this word is telling you that fan is moving. Moving fan. What is the price of a moving fan? Okay, moving. So here we are saying that fan is in motion because ing came. Ing came. That's why. That's why. Now I was telling you, I was saying that B3 is used as a noun, can be used as a noun. So here, can we not say that this is that work of this verb is what? Name of this verb is what? Noun, because it is not performing as a verb in this sentence. So can we not say that name of this word would be noun? I would say no. Why? It is also not a verb. It is also not a noun. But it is adjective. You can say it is adjective. You can say it is adjective because this word is telling you additional information about fan. Fan is moving. Additional information, and just it came before noun word. That's why we will name it as a adjective, not as a noun, not as a verb. Clear? That's why. And this is not a single. This is not single. Here it came before noun. That's why we are considering it as a adjective. It is not single. That's why we are not considering it as a gerund noun. Gerund noun can perform as a object. Gerund noun can perform as a object. As a object. But here, this is not here in place of a subject. It is in place of a object. But here this came before noun. That's why it is not a gerund noun. gerund. So always remember B3, B4 will tell you if B3, B4 is coming before just before noun or pronoun, then name of this word will be considered as adjective, because B3, B4 will provide additional information about noun or pronoun. And here gerund noun, it is a form by taking a verb and ing, and this alone will perform as a gerund noun. This alone. Okay, if this is coming before noun or pronoun, then we can easily say that it is performing as an adjective, because it is coming before noun. That's why we can say earning is a adjective. But it is a alone. It is a performing alone. Then we would say it is what? That is a gerund noun. Gerund noun, and we are using it as a noun. Then we would say name of this is gerund noun. Okay.